There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard a beep yet.
It's on
Alrighty.
screen says
Yeah.
recording.
So we are on chapter 15 of Basics of Biblical Aramaic by Miles Van Pelt. I'm being told that my internet connection is unstable, and I expect to have problems tonight because it's been stupid. We are looking at the Peal Imperative, and we're going to do our best to fill in as many gaps as we can because the text is, of course, not systematic in how they approach these things, and it's reasonable that it wouldn't be systematic because not all forms are testified to in the text of the Aramaic Bible, the Aramaic portions of the Bible. All right, so we begin this chapter on page 101 of the textbook. Means we've gotten past the 100-page mark. We're doing well.
Wow.
How many? We don't really have much left. This grammar has 22 chapters, and we're in 15. So we are pushing through quite well. And we're covering more of the text of the Bible than what is expected to be covered by this point. So we're doing well. All right, so about imperatives. First of all, imperative is a word we use to give a name to the idea of ordering someone to do something, telling someone to do something. The Hebrew imperative, of course, is pretty straightforward in that you take the second masculine singular of the imperfect and you remove the taf preformative, and whatever you have left, you kind of resolve the vowels and come to your imperative. That's the same thing we're going to do in Aramaic, actually. So the first principle for creating imperatives is to find the second masculine singular, second feminine singular, second masculine plural, and second feminine plural, and remove the tav prefix. In Aramaic, because we have the nun energicum or energicum in each of the plural and the feminine forms, we're going to remove that as well, and that will cause the vowels to shift a bit. So if the future in the first case is tichtuv, which we went over last week, we have tichtuv for you shall write, you will write. You take off the preformative t, it gives you chtuv. You're going to harden that first consonant because it's at the beginning of a word, which means that this shva is now vocal, and that makes this one soft. So we're going to remove the dagesh from it, and we end up with this form ktuv. Ktuv is the imperative, write. Write thou in a book. Okay, write. In the second case, this is a feminine singular. Tichtavin, we're going to take off the tav prefix, the preformative, which causes this kaf to be hard because it's the beginning of the word. The shva here is vocal. This dagesh disappears. We're going to remove the nun energicum at the end of the word. And when we do that, the heavy ending disappears and the accent shifts back to the previous syllable, which becomes full as u. Okay, just like ktuv, it becomes ktuvi. So ktuvi is the normal strong verb, second feminine singular imperative. Write thou, female. Okay. The next one, tichtavun, it looks like the Hebrew, tichtavu. We're going to take off the preformative. We get the k, and the nun drops off here, and the accent shifts back, and we've got ktuvu. Okay, very much like Hebrew, ktuvu. In Hebrew, it's kitvu. Hebrew, the feminine is kitvi, because the two shvas resolve as a e. Kitvu, ktuvu. Tichtavan, that an is the feminine plural. We can remove that. That gives us still the vowel a at the end, which is written as hey. So we still have that vowel. We take off the preformative. We get ketva. Ketuva. Ketuva, the feminine plural. Write ye, feminine, and this is write ye, masculine. Okay? Ketuvu, ketuva. Any questions? That's a strong verb. That's the pattern that you would expect without irregularities. Of course, Aramaic, like Hebrew, has weak verbs, so we need to look at what happens. This is just going to be a big list because that's what he did in the textbook. We don't have all verbs testified in all forms, so we have to go on what we have. We have temar, meaning you will say. You take off the taf prefix. Temar. And this is a mistake that I wrote here. It should be with Khataf, but Khataf Segol. So it's Emar. Okay, Emar. We following? The next one we have Temrun. Temrun, like we had Kidna Temrun, thus shall you say. You remove the noon prefix, remove the taf, you've got the Emaru. That accent shifts back and the vowel becomes full. Emaru, say, tell. Okay, Tochlin, this is, or Techlin, they will eat, the female, it could be, she will eat, they will eat, like you, it's second person. Techlin, you will eat, feminine. Take off the te, okay, and this gives us a vowel here. In this case, it's going to be a. This vowel lengthens, achuli. Achuli, we saw this when we were in Daniel chapter 4, or Daniel chapter 7 with the large beast, the fourth beast. And he said, Kumi achuli. Achuli basar sagi. Eat much flesh. Okay, we don't actually have this word testified in the may he live. May he live. I need to kill something on my computer. It's making noises. Okay. All right. Next, we have the word in Aramaic that means they came. Ato. Ato means they came. The imperative we just need to know is eto, come. Ato is the past. Eto, come. Okay. We have tehevon. This is you will be. And we have hevo or havo. While we're at it, with this difference in vowel here, I noticed in the grammar book that in one point he has here, let's see, no, not that one. In this one, the one that we actually saw in Daniel chapter 7 is achuli. He has on page 102 with echoli, with Khataf Segol. I think that's probably a mistake, but just be aware that it's in the textbook, like a lot of other mistakes. So next, Tinda. When you have a noon, it disappears often from the beginning of an imperative, and you have da, just like in Hebrew. Remember, the root is actually yada. Yada. Okay, it's like in Hebrew, yada. Yahav. We don't see a future like an imperative form, an imperfect form in the Bible, but yahav as an imperative goes to have. Okay, give. And nasa, just like in Hebrew, the noon also drops off. Nasa se. Se. Tkum, kum. Kumun, kumu. Tsim, sim. Tisimun, simu. Okay, again with the N at the beginning, this word for coming out, the N drops out, and this actually takes like a strong combination. It would be normally nifuku, but we've got puku. Puku is come out or go out. All right, so these are all the forms that were covered in the grammar. I imagine that there aren't noise.
Van Pelt says 35 Peal Imperatives.
Yeah.
In the Bible.
So there aren't too many, and most of them will all be these ones, because these are common verbs and they will show up a lot. All right, so here we go back into parsing. Of course, the focus of the parsing is going to be on imperatives, so you can basically assume that most of them are imperatives. We're going to look at identifying the stem, conjugation, person, gender, number, lexical form, and gloss. We did cover some verbal roots in the vocabulary section of 15.9. I don't want to go over them because, again, I'm frustrated that they don't give us the actual forms of the words. I don't think it's very useful when you don't give forms of words. So we'll go over them when we encounter them in the translations and in our reading. All right, so number 1. How did I get Umar? Where did that come from? That should not be Umar, it should be Emar. Let me fix that real quick. Because that's a grievous mistake. Okay, let's try this again.
A grievous mistake. Excellent word choice.
Yes, like General Grievous from Star Wars.
You lose, General Kenobi.
Indeed. Okay, we're back at it. There we go.
Wasn't the greatest impression.
You're not half robot, half droid. So, Jonathan, what's your number 1?
Sure, but I kind of walk like General Grievous, actually. I got that part of his walk down. Anyway, Peal Imperative masculine singular from right, as we saw yesterday.
Okay, so here you are.
Oh, well, yeah, because I thought I was done.
Oh, I said that
All
number
right,
1
so
was given in the book.
Yeah, but I didn't look at it, so that should count, dang it. All right, anyway. Peal Imperative masculine plural, right? From Aleph
Second
Memresh.
masculine plural. Mm-hmm.
Yes, but always
Yeah.
second person. Anyway, second person is assumed.
Person. You have to identify 2 MS, 3 MS, 1 CS, all this.
But not with imperatives, do we?
There's nothing to say that these are necessarily going to be imperatives. Just get used to it. Don't.
Okay. Gosh, geez.
All right, number 3, Hosea.
Number 3, KE.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a Peal Imperative. Conjugate, PGN, second masculine singular. Lexical form. Sorry. Live. Kaya. Gloss, live.
Yeah, I wonder if it would be chet vav hey or chet yod hey. Could be either way. Number 4, puku. It's a fun form. Puku is a Peal Imperative, second masculine plural, from nafak. It's nun hey kuf, meaning come out or go out. Get out. Number 5, Jonathan.
Is that a Peal Imperative second masculine plural? From, I don't know. I don't remember this word.
To come.
Aleph Tav, hey, come.
Aleph Tav Aleph normally. You. So I think normally it shows up as Aleph Tav Aleph. I think that's how.
See page 102.
Mm-hmm. I know what it says there, but you think we should go by what it says there. Number 6, Godu. Godu is used for cutting down. Plural from Gimel Dalet Dalet. and it means to cut down. Cut down, like cut down the tree. Number 7. Jonathan. No, Jonathan did it all. Oh, I skipped Hoshea. Sorry. Hoshea, your turn.
Okay. Shavuku. Okay. Second. Yeah, second masculine plural. Shevak. But I don't know the meaning of that word. I don't know the gloss. Shevak.
Do you remember the outcry on the cross? Lama Shvaktani.
Forsake?
With a kof? I thought it was with a chet, but I guess not.
But that's
or maybe
what
that's
it said.
maybe that's an alternative form.
Lama Shvaktani. Shvak, not Shvach.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't remember it saying Shvach. I remember it saying Shvach.
It's transliterated with a ch in the English, so I'm not sure. Anyway,
comes from Greek, not from Aramaic.
Ah.
Actually, I don't see the word in the. They don't have it in the dictionary in the back of the book. Let's look around and see if they gave it to us somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't provided anywhere. It just pops up.
It doesn't look like they did.
But I think it means abandon, like to
abandon.
Leave.
This book.
I don't.
So inconsistent.
Yeah, I'm never surprised.
I'm getting more and more frustrated. It took me longer than you. It took me longer than you, but I'm there just because it's I find it user friendly but inconsistent.
Yeah, it's like it has enough mistakes in it that it will mislead you one way or another. But, let's look around and see if we can find it. Do you know where we could find it inside this? Oh, I have.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
In holiday. No, I don't have it.
Oh, okay, I'll get it then.
It's on the table.
Okay, so let's see. I really feel like it should be with a ch. Let's find out.
No, I know that the Greek transliteration is ch. It's got, but the Aramaic doesn't. It's Greek. You're reading.
For a second.
Okay, it says that Shavak, and it has
It cannot find.
It says leave something somewhere, like Daniel 4:12, 20, and 23. Ezra 6:7 to leave something undisturbed.
Well,
or
this
to give
has
someone
it.
A free hand.
This has it as.
The print version has Shavak. I'll try to check the website for a copy of the Targum. Psalm 22, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Eli, Eli Lama Zaptani. Let's see if we can find a copy of the Targum here. See it. Where did I have a copy of the Aramaic for Psalms? Where is it in Matthew?
Here we go.
Matthew 26.
It's analogous to Azav, and this says it's Arabic. Huh.
It's not Arabic, it's Aramaic.
Palette siding Arabic.
But we know it's Aramaic. That's
All right,
stupid.
well, let's look up Shavuku. Maybe, okay, here it is. Okay. Well, I hate to tell you. This took me to Shavach with a hate, but I'm looking at the entry.
Look at this. This is from the translation of the Hebrew Bible, the Hebrew New Testament. Eli Eli lama shvaktani. Shvaktani. That's
Yep.
how it's said. There's no doubt.
Okay, cool.
Okay, back to it. Here we go. So shvuku is abandon whatever it is or leave whatever it is as a command. Number 8.
Folks, I need to
John
leave.
Dickinson.
I'll do
Are you
this one.
serious?
Yeah, I told you I could come to half of this, remember? I have a 5 o'clock appointment.
All right, go.
Or, okay, so Paruk. And this is just a pet all imperative, second masculine singular from Pei Resh Kaf, and I don't know what that means.
Well, it's not kaf, it's kuf.
Kof, I mean.
Kaf is, yeah, so what does it mean?
It doesn't have it here again.
I'll find it.
I hate this book.
Don't be upset.
Pissed.
Let's see, we're in chapter 15. Okay, it says Baruch is from to break off.
Hmm.
We need to break
All right.
off.
Well, Hosea,
All right.
I'm sorry to I'm sorry to sabak you here, but
Shabbat.
I must. Oh yeah, that's right. But I must go. You all have fun.
Okay.
Bye.
Shalom, salam, whatever. All right.
Salam.
Bye.
Bye.
If you think about it, the Greek actually represents each of these letters incorrectly because, Greek doesn't have an SH sound. And most people read the beta as the, even though it's really supposed to be the. So I guess the va would be fine. But the Greek says sabachthani, which is, it misrepresents the fact that this is sh and not sa, that it's va and not the, that it's ka and not cha, that it's ta and not tha. It's like all of the sounds are jumbled. All right, so the next one, 9, is have, which is the imperative of Yehav, like he gave, so give. It's the Peal Imperative, second person masculine singular from the lexical form Yehav, give. Number 10.
Da. Peal Imperative, second person masculine singular, lexical form Yada, to know, or Yeda.
It almost sounds like you're saying ha, like a chet, whenever you're saying da.
Yeda.
So it's da.
Da.
No, if you want to use the ayin, it's kind of hard, but it's da. Da.
Ah.
It's not ha. All right. Kumi is from lakum in Hebrew. Kum. Meaning arise.
Right. Okay. Actually, Peal Imperative. This
But
is
that's not. But it's not a ka. It's not a kuli, but a kuli.
Achuli. Second person, feminine, singular. Peal Imperative. Lexical form, ekal. Ekal.
Achal.
Akal. Yeah. The gloss is eat.
So these are the two verbs that come together in Daniel 7 that say, arise, eat much flesh. Kumi, akuli. Okay, what to erase? Let me erase. All right. So plural of sim, meaning to put or place.
Hevo. This is Peal Imperative, second masculine plural from, I forgot.
I think it's tehevon.
But still B.
I don't remember. Yeah. Remember that I wonder if the singular is heve or I don't know. I think if we were reading it in late from the rabbi's point, it would be definitely heve. Yeah, the imperfect is teheve, and it becomes heve in the imperative for the. Yep. Cool. All right. The last one, say, is from Nasa. Peal Imperative, second masculine singular from Nasa, meaning number one, Malka. What's it say?
Leolamin, Chayi, Emar, Chelmo, Leavedak.
So change all of the kamatzes to a instead of o in this sentence, and you'll have it better. Malka le'alamin chayei amar chelma
le'avdak. Okay. So the king this is the may you live forever. King, may you live forever. Emar, say, that's the imperative. Say the dream to your servant.
Yeah, probably servants in the plural. Yeah, lavda. Okay. Lahen chelma amar emaruli. Therefore, the dream say ye to me. You tell me the dream, saying to a group of people. Right, next.
Avdohi di elaha ilaa puku ve'eto. Okay. So Avdohi. Yours, my servants. My servant.
That's actually his.
His, okay. Yeah.
servants.
His servants, the, this is the relative pronoun. His servants who,
This,
maybe of the Lord, the D in the construct
yeah.
or relative pronoun. The servants of the Lord. Okay.
Oh, it's
Ilah,
not Lord, but it's God.
the God. Oh, the
Lord and God
servants of,
really are different words.
yeah, I'm sorry. The
Mhm.
servants of God, Ilah, Ilah, Ilah. Went up.
High, the Most High God.
Oh, okay.
Ilaha,
So this is
ilaha,
an
ilaha.
adjective. Oh. The servants of the Most High God, Puku, wiped? What?
This is from Nafak,
Nafak, okay.
meaning
Nafak,
come out.
come out. Came out and eto. Came out and
But
come.
it's not the
Ah,
past. It's not the past would be Nafaku.
okay. So it's imperative.
Yes, it's
The
imperative.
servants of the Most High God, come
Mm-hmm.
out and come.
Yeah, come out and go, like
And go, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that. O ye servants of the Most High God.
So this is vocative? Yeah, because you have imperative. Okay.
Beram ikar shohi ba'ar'a shuvuku. All right, so shuvuku is the imperative, leave. Leave its roots in the earth. But ikar, I think, is like the the biggest part, like the most important part.
Okay.
Like in Hebrew it means the important part, the essence. So, but the essence of its roots, which I guess would mean the base part of it, the stump.
In the earth
The
leave.
stump of its root leave in the earth. I think that's where he says chop down the tree, but leave its root in the earth.
The stump. Leave the stump. Godo. Ilan na. Godo. It's you mentioned this earlier. Godo. Oh no. Is
So
it
this is an O. So it's go do.
Go
That's an O.
do?
That's an
Yeah.
O. Go do.
Go do. Oh, I forgot go do.
Well, it goes with what we said just before. Go do ilana, veram ikar shoshoi be'ar'a shvuku. But the stump of its roots leave in the earth. But what do you do with the tree itself?
Cut?
Cut it down.
Cut it down.
Cut down the tree.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, number 6.
Okay.
I assume that this is like answering. I assume maybe she answered. Malkata, the queen answered. Ve'ameret, I guess, and said, Malka la'alamin chayi. O king, may you live forever.
Live forever.
Okay, number 7.
Okay. Kumi, akuli,
Come up, oh screen.
besar, sagin. Okay. So, kumi, rise up and eat the flesh, sagi. Flesh. Okay. I forgot the sagi.
It means much.
Much flesh. Okay. We read this before. Rise up and eat much flesh.
Yeah. Ke'an simute'en. Ke'an we know means now. Simutan, make a decree.
Hindi.
Now make a
Yeah,
decree.
that's them. We always see that. Number 9. Wait, I'll just transfer our faces. Va'amar le el manaya se ezel achet himu behechela di birushlim. Okay, so, okay. And he said to her, El, do not.
But the le is him. He said to him.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Said to him,
I
El.
think the word el here is like ele. It means these.
This, okay. Manaya. This manaya. Okay. This, this,
Manaya,
is this
like kelim.
from Kelim? What's that? Okay, sorry. Let's see.
Vessels.
Vessels. These vessels of fire. Oh my goodness. What's this say? Ezel Akhet. Oh no. I forgot this.
You didn't forget. I don't know
Ezel
these words either. Ba'amarle
walk
el manaya say ezel achet imo behichla b'Yerushalem.
in the temple which is in Jerusalem. That's Ezel
Yeah.
is to walk. Walk Akhet. Akhet. Walk with okay, wait. Is this walk himo?
Let's find out in the Bible.
Yes. I need lifeline. Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Va'amarle el manaya. All right, it's Ezra chapter 5.
5.
And verse 15. Look it up in Bible Gateway. Ezra 5:15. See what they have to say. It says in the NIV, it says, and he told him, take these articles and go and deposit them in the temple in Jerusalem.
Deposit Akhet. Them himo.
Yeah. Okay. It's from the like nachat in Hebrew, like.
Okay.
But it would be like a hifil.
Okay.
Ezra 5:15. Checking Blue Letter Bible because it's got some nice.
Nakat.
Okay, so Ezel is from Azal. Go.
Yeah. Go.
Okay. So go put them in the temple in Jerusalem. All right, and number 10, I think this is the last one. Rachikin havo min tama. Havo, I think, is an imperative here, meaning be. Be far from there. Be far from there. That's how I would read it.
From there. Rahok.
Maybe like stay away from there. Be far from there. Stay away from there. Okay, I think that's the last one, and now we have the reading. Last week we looked at Daniel chapter 2. We started where they first began to write in Aramaic. So we'll go back over that really quickly, and then we'll go into the next 2 verses after that. So in Hebrew, Vayidabru hakasdim lamelech Aramit. The Chaldeans spoke to the king in Aramaic. מלכה לעלמין חיי, אמר חלמה לעבדך, ופישרה נחווה. O
That's right.
king, live forever. Tell the dream to your servants, and we will declare its interpretation. Chave is like related to the whole idea of breathing, and it means declaring, like life, like chai is the root there, and it means to declare, like to breathe out. The meaning. All right. Did you read this? You read this with me last week, right?
Yes.
Or was it just me and Jonathan?
Yeah, I
Were
think
you
it's
here?
just you and Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you try to read that one out loud?
Okay. Ane malka ve'amar lechasdae milta mini azda hen la tehod onani helma ufishre hadamin tit abdon tit avdon
Yeah, you're reading the shuruk as O. You read
Yeah,
that quite a bit
sorry.
as O. It's tehodeu, that's U,
Nani
tehodeunani, and
kelma
titavdun.
tit avdun. Okay.
Mhm.
Uva te kon
Chon.
ne hon ne vali
Mhm.
yit samun.
Mhm. Yep.
Answer
Okay, so Ane is answering, like he answers, the king, and he says to the Kasidim, these ones, Kasidim, the wizards or whatever, the word or the decree from me. This is like Hebrew mimeni. Azda is it won't be. It's irrevocable. It can't come back.
Yeah.
Okay? Hen
Okay.
is if you do not make known to me. Notice that in Hebrew, tehodia would be todia. So tehodiu, todiu. The teho becomes to. But in Aramaic, that hey remains strong. If you do not make known to me the dream and its interpretation, then this is an expression meaning you will be torn limb from limb. I'll tear you to pieces. Hadam is limb. Hadamin, limbs. And this means you will be torn. You will be torn to pieces. And your houses, a dunghill, will be made. Your houses will be made into a dunghill. If you don't give me all the information, then I'm going to tear you to pieces and destroy your homes.
Very mean.
It's a nice king. Nice king. All right. So we're going to continue now with the next two verses. I think it's 2 verses. It's verses 6 and 7. I left the 7 in there by accident. Okay. So here we go. Vehen chelma ufishrei dachvon. This is with the O, von. Matnan is gifts in the plural. That's rabim, plural gifts. Unavizba vikar sagi tekablun min kadamai. Tekablun is a direct word taken into Hebrew as you will receive. Lahen, therefore, chelma ufishrei achavoni. This is with the me ending. So it means declare to me. So if the dream and the interpretation, you shall declare. If you declare the dream and the interpretation, gifts and a reward and great honor you will receive from before me. Therefore, the dream and the interpretation make known to me, or declare to me. Okay?
Okay.
Then we're here.
Ano tinyanot ve tinyanut.
Mm-hmm. In
Tinyanut.
Hebrew this is shenit.
Shenit. Okay. Tinyanut ve amrin malka. Kelma yemar. Helma yemar. Le avdohi uf shera nehachave.
Ufishra.
Okay. Ufishra nehachave.
Mm-hmm. Notice this here is an accent, meaning that the stress is here. Leavdohi.
Leavdohi. Leavdohi.
Okay,
Okay.
so this means shenit. It means a second time or again.
Okay. He answered. And they answered a second time and said to the king,
No, they said, quote, O king.
Quote, O king, the dream.
No, it's
tell.
It's not a direct address. Sorry, may the king, because yemar
Okay.
is imperfect.
Okay.
May the king declare.
May the king declare or tell, declare to his servants and again and will flow out, will live forth, and the peshar, interpretation nehav kave. Yeah, this is, and the interpretation we will tell the interpretation.
Yeah. So may the
Live
king
forth.
say the dream to his servants, and we will declare its meaning or its interpretation. Good. So this is where we are with our reading of Daniel. If we go through this really quickly, let's read through one more time because it's kind of short. Okay, he spoke in Aramaic. Let's read through it again.
Okay. Vaidaveru hakasdim lemelech aramit malka lealmin kei emar helma leavdak ufishra nechave. Okay.
Only this vowel right there, you missed this vowel. You said lemelech, it's la melech.
Yeah.
It's
La melech.
La
melech. Ane malka ve amar le hasdae milta mini azda.
Okay, so you said milta mini, but that's milta mini.
Milta mini. Oh, yeah, the accent is there. Azda hen la tehode unani helma.
Unani, this accent is right there.
Nani
unani.
Helma ufisre fish.
What?
Shin ufisre hadamin tit av deu tit avdun uvatekun uvatechon.
If you wanted to say uvatekon, it either has to have dagesh in the kaf or it has to have kuf. Once that's soft, it has to be ch.
Yeah.
Uvatechon.
Uvatekon nevali yitsamun. Yitsamun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vehen helma ufish re teha havon
Yep.
matnan
Matnan.
matnan
Not matnan. Matnan.
matnan
Matnan. Like if you put
matnan.
it here, if you put the accent there, it sounds like a different word.
Okay.
Matnan.
Matnan. So matnan. Okay.
Yeah.
Un
Matnan.
un visba
Unvispa.
un visba
This is an
vikar.
award. Award.
Okay. Award. Award. Vikar.
And this is,
Sa
of course, it's as if there were here shba, vikal. Vikal is the
Vikar.
word, and vikal is and.
vikar. Sagi. Much. Sagi. Tekav.
So if it's, so it's yakal sagi, it's great. It's
Great.
great respect.
Great
Great
respect.
honor.
Great honor. Tekablon. Mean
This is a Hebrew word today.
kabal.
Exactly like this. Tikablu means you will receive. Tikablu. That's how you say it in Hebrew.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Without the nun. Okay. Mean kadamay or kadama.
Technically,
Kadama.
kodamai.
Kodamay. Yeah, short. Okay.
Mhm.
Lahen helma ufishre.
Not helma.
Helma. Okay, sorry. Helma. Ufishre.
Not
Ha.
fishre. Fishre.
It's a ofishre. Okay. Ofishre.
See, this one has a written accent that tells you it's not on the end, but it's the one before the end.
Hakavoni.
Voni.
Hakavoni.
You see that the accents are generally written on the stress. Like, see the accent here? It's not matnan, it's matnan. And here, this one doesn't count because this one is written on the end of the word no matter what. But this one is on the stressed syllable. This one's on the stressed syllable. Stressed syllable.
Agi.
Stressed syllable. Most accents are written on the stressed syllable.
Kodamay. Lahen. Okay, continuing. Ani. Tin.
No.
Ano. Tinyanut.
Yeah, tinyanut.
Ve'amrin. Malka. Kelma. Helma. Yemar. Leavdohi.
Yes,
Leavdohi. Ufishra. Oh, where's the accent here? I'm seeing two. Ufishra.
This one is the accent. It's called siluk.
Oh, yeah, it's a metic.
Siluk goes with sof pasuk.
Okay.
Sof pasuk and
yeah.
siluk go together. This is metic.
Metic. Nehachave. Okay.
In most cases, the written accent goes on the stressed syllable. In the case of this one, which is called pashta, this one goes on the end of the word. Okay, so this is mafah, pashta, katon, zaket katon. This one goes on the end of the word no matter what. This one looks like it, it's a different accent. This one's called kadma. because it's not written here. If it were written here at the end, it would be the same accent as this one. But this one is written on the stress,
Pashta.
on the word stress. And sometimes you see they really are written twice, like this one.
Mm.
Okay, and this one is on the stress, and this one's at the end of the word.
So that's Kadma and Pashta, or two Pashta.
Yeah,
Kadma and Pashta.
this is Pashta Munach Katon. Pashta Munach Katon. Pashta Katon. Like, so the Pashta, when it's not on the stress syllable, will be written twice. So this is written at the end of the word, but it's not the stress syllable, so it's written again on the stress syllable. This one's written at the end of the word, there, and it's the stress, so that's where it's at. It stays. Yeah. So this is, these are all on the stress mark. This again is the Pashta on the end. Yeah, in all of these verses, the accent is written on the stress syllable. So that's good. But pay attention to the accent marks, because most of the time they're going to tell you where to stress a word. But also, it's natural in Biblical Aramaic and in Hebrew to stress words on the end of the syllable, at the end of the word, unless you have a reason not to. Like segulate nouns will be written on the syllable; they'll be stressed on the syllable before. Sometimes, like when you have like something like this, where you have a suffix added, the suffix will be unstressed, de-emphasized, and the accent will be before it. Yeah. Okay. Apart from that, I think that we are finished with chapter 15, the imperatives. That was pretty well simple, I think, the imperatives, because most imperatives you just take the second person imperfect and just remove the tough performative, and that's generally how it works. So it's pretty simple. Next, we are going into chapter 16 on the infinitive construct. Yeah. All right. There aren't a lot of infinitives in Aramaic like there are in Hebrew. Hebrew uses a lot of infinitives, but Aramaic doesn't. Anyway, okay, so I guess we'll see you in a little while for Hebrew.
Yes. What will we be reading? Jonah? Are we starting on Jonah?
Jonah.
Or
we're in Jonah chapter 2.
2. Oh, I missed chapter 1. Anyhow.
I think we're
See
in
you
chapter
later.
2. Let me check. Let me just check real quick. For the YouTube people, we're going to call it quits, and we'll talk to you later. Good luck.